Okay, well, hey, I'm here with Shaun, one of the past members of Scholarship Accelerator, who was a JUCO guy just like me. I don't know if Shaun, you want to kind of go into your story and basically tell them where you're at right now and just go into a quick synopsis of what's going on
Yeah,
with you right now.
so basically I did 2 years of community college up in Buffalo at Erie CC. My freshman year wasn't, anything to write home about, just like a special teams kind of guy. And then my second year is when things really took off. I had a couple of offers coming out of there, and right now I'm currently at Southern Connecticut State. They're D2 and the NE10. So I'm loving it over here. It's nice, full scholarship at a D2. Can't really complain. So
That's awesome, dude.
yeah.
I guess from there, like I think we linked up in December. You just wrapped
Yeah.
up your JUCO season. You're kind of going along a little bit with recruiting stuff. Had a couple of things on there, but then we hopped on a call. You ended up working with us, and then I mean we were just talking before this a little bit. You felt like everything changed with that. I guess what took you from kind of like some things were going on to having complete control over that process and then ending up with a full ride to D2 school.
Kind of like I just said, like I would say the biggest thing was the structure. And another thing too that I forget a lot about is the emails. The automatic emails that are sent out, those are a huge game changer. You're able to see who's clicking what, who's watching what. Like those were like you would send the emails out, and I would get follows and messages from coaches that I hadn't even reached out to. I mean, just because it's generated emails all day long. But for the most part, it was really the structure, like knowing, all right, this is the times I'm going to message, this is how many messages I'm going to send, this is what I'm doing a day. And also, like kind of like I mentioned before, just the whole sales aspect of it. Like the whole recruiting game, it's a very niche, like topic, very niche subject. There's not many people out here that are giving information, willingly or at all for that matter. But I don't know, like just having someone I can go to and ask questions like, hey Trent, like someone, just followed me or this coach, shot me this message, like what can I say? Like having you there as a resource, being able to come to you and ask you questions and you just always being there, I felt like that was probably one of the things that helped, the most.
Yeah. I remember one thing was like you with relationship building and almost that aggressive recruiting, kind of like what we talk about, just
Yep,
pushing those things forward.
yep,
You're probably one of the best examples of doing that with some of the conversations you had with coaches on phone calls and visits and everything like that.
yep.
I guess could you go into a little bit of that, some of your experiences with that, some of your like thoughts with that and everything? Because you
Oh,
definitely
most
crushed it.
definitely. Yeah, so my biggest problem was I know how to speak to people. Like it's not like an issue where I don't know how to communicate my thoughts effectively, but it was more so like what do I say? Like I'm getting caught up in the moment. Like I'm a not that I was afraid to talk to coaches, but I didn't want to say the wrong thing. You know what I mean? I was too focused on saying the wrong thing instead of really just trying to, like I said, sell myself. So once that switch flipped, and I went from okay, instead of trying to make myself look like I can like I'm trying to be a super part of this program. How can I get them to look at me like a valuable asset? How can I make myself valuable? And that was like with the Twitter game, like posting the stuff on Twitter. Half of the time, my page spoke for itself. Like the coach at I forget which school it was. I believe it was either Post or Pace. But when we got on the phone, one of the first things he said was, I'm sure you're talking to so many coaches right now, so I just want to get a hold of you because he was able to look at my page and see what was going on. But as far as conversations go, I think it was one of the videos you had on the Scholarship Accelerator talking to coaches one on one, and it was literally like the perfect blueprint. Like it was literally like follow this blueprint and you're gonna get an offer. Like it was like if you're a car dealer or something like that. Here's your 5 questions to get a customer. Here's how you reel them in. Here's how you get them to buy. Here's how get them to keep coming back for oil checks and maintenance. Like that was literally it. Here's the 5 questions to ask a coach. Like and it was perfect.
Awesome, man. Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember one of the conversations you had was with a U Albany coach. And
Yeah,
I mean,
Coach Wall. Yep.
they were going through the national championship, and you were still able to like have that conversation with them, move it forward, like really figure
Yep.
out if it was going to even lead anything. I don't remember exactly what happened, but I mean, you're still able to like regardless. I mean, it didn't lead to a scholarship offer, but still you were able
No,
to like
the head coach, he wasn't too sure because I was, I'm a tweener type of guy, linebacker, long snapper type deal. He was more interested in me as the head coach, not the head coach, the coach I spoke with, Coach Walls. He was more interested in me as a defensive piece, but the head coach really wasn't. He wanted me more so for the long snapper. So there was no money involved, so nothing came
yeah,
to that. But even that was great because I wasn't getting any D1 buzz before, like there was nothing going on. I talked
yeah,
to a couple of coaches. It was crazy.
awesome, man.
Yeah.
And then I guess from there, like, what I guess how did it feel to like go from, hey, you were at your previous JUCO, still figuring things out, and weren't really too sure if you're going to be able to accomplish this dream of getting, a full ride scholarship, to being in like complete control of the process. I just remember that time when, yeah, just the days when you were just killing it, having visits lined up. You felt like, yeah, it's pretty much down to these two schools, and like I know
Mm,
it, and it's going to just be a matter of like we'll see what happens, and I'm in complete control.
mm.
Like, how did it feel to go have that transformation and have that complete control over your recruiting?
Well, it felt amazing because my 2 years anybody's 2 years at JUCO are going to be rough. Like everybody has a rough JUCO story, but my story was the 2 years in Buffalo. I didn't do anything. You know what I mean? Like I depraved myself of a lot of things. I didn't party. I didn't go out. I didn't deal with women like that. Like I didn't do drugs. Like I didn't drink. Like I literally did school, football, and exercise, workout. That's it. Like I was up early. I was asleep late. You know what I mean? Like I literally dedicated my whole life to football. So for me to see everything if like after my sophomore season ended, I felt like nothing was gonna happen because after the season ended, I'm like, all right, well, where's the offers at? I'm going on Twitter, I'm seeing this one on JUCO Football Ace get an offer, and this one's getting an offer, and this one's getting an offer. And I was getting scared. Like I thought it was over. Like after my freshman year, it was a bunch of dudes that I played with that I thought could play at the next level who never, picked up a football ever again. They never laced them up ever again. So going through the process and talking to coaches that I've been trying to talk to since high school and getting onto programs that I've been trying to get onto since high school, it was an amazing feeling. Like I felt like all that sacrifice just paid off. Like it was really just an amazing feeling. And especially the one of the best parts about it too was to see the smile on my mom's face. Cause that was like, I mean, it's just me and her, and I'm up there in Buffalo. She's down here in Long Island. It's 7, 8 hours away. It's not like I'm always here helping her. So now it's like we're separate. I got to do my own thing. She's got to do hers. So now it's like we were able to link back up and having a scholarship in play, multiple scholarships in play. It was just an amazing feeling. It really was an amazing feeling. Yeah.
Appreciate you sharing that, man. And then
Yep.
I guess my probably one of my last questions is, what's life like now? I mean, being at Southern Connecticut State, living the dream. I mean, what's that like? How you feeling now?
It's funny you ask me this. I think about it every day, man. It's life is good. Life is good. I definitely can't complain. Currently right now, just dealing with a little bit of personal stuff, like family stuff. But other than that, life is good. Like I try and tell some of my teammates, like you guys have no idea what your life would be like if you were a JUCO kid. Like I'm sure you see it all the time too at your school. Like none of you dudes wouldn't last a second. Like it's just I feel like a lot of them don't value it. Just the food, being able to get up and walk to class. You get to walk into a cafeteria and swipe your card and eat whatever you want. You don't have to worry about cooking. You don't have to worry about all these expenses. Like I, the amount I've had probably the same amount of money, if not like within like a $300, $400 range in my account since I've got to school. Like I literally haven't come out of pocket for nothing. Like life is, I really can't complain.
That's awesome, dude. Well, yeah, I'm
Yep.
glad to hear things are going well, man. I guess with that, is there any last thoughts you want to share anybody with, or anything you want to say at all?
Um, Not much other than you're the man. I mean, for real. Like I don't want to, sound like give too much praise or anything, but Real talk. I said it before. Like stuff was real dry before I got in contact with you. Like once we sat down, came up with a plan. We hopped on the phone calls two, 3 times a week, and it was like if you remember correctly, everything happened very quickly
Mhm.
because I was scared during that period. That mid year period can get a little weird because you only got about a month, about 4 to 6 weeks where you can really get recruited and get onto a program. And if not, we didn't know how sitting out that spring semester went and coming back in the fall. So, you know, I, that's all I gotta say. You know, man, everything happened really quick. Within 4 weeks, I had 5 scholarship offers. Yeah, 5 scholarship offers. So, okay, thank you a lot for that. Obviously, you got to put the work in yourself, but if you don't know how to, it's the 3 elements. You got to be able to play. You got to have grades. You got to be able to market. And a lot of us have two out of those three, and the remaining factor tends to be the marketing aspect a lot of time. And you fill that void perfectly.
Awesome, man. Well, yeah, I appreciate the kind of words. I appreciate you trusting me with the process and everything, and appreciate you hopping on and sharing your story, man. So
Yes, sir.
appreciate you coming on. If you got to this point and you want to join the Scholarship Accelerator like Shaun did, then you can just go ahead, the link below, click the link and go and book a call with me. We'll talk about how to help you. And worst case, if it doesn't work for you, still point you in the best direction. So again, appreciate you, Shaun, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.